On the news tonight, President Tinubu commissions Solution Fund City, Oka, describes Soludo as visionary leader. Emeka Anyaoku Institute for International Studies and Diplomacy commissioned at UNIZIK, Oka. Senate passes 2 tax bill, rejects 10% VAT. On the foreign scene, white smoke rises from Vatican as cardinals agree on Pope Francis' successor. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. Good evening, and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has commissioned Solution Fund City, Oka. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha was there and now report.
In the facility, President Tinubu described Governor Chukwuma Soludo as visionary leader who has done well for the people of the state.
The power of one man. God be the glory and to the prosperity of God.
Earlier, while introducing the Solution Fund City to the president, Governor Soludo said he, Tinubu, is always welcomed to spend his leisure at the place. He said is for all ages and classes.
World-class family fun house and world-class amusement park, all in one location. This location should cater for people of all ages, the young, the old, of all classes and of all genders.
Speaking at the venue, the Anambra State Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Comrade Don Onyenji, said one unique thing about the Solution Fund City is that it has provisions for all classes of people, adding that Governor Soludo has measures to maintain the place.
The beauty of the Solution Fund City is the fact that you have the family fun center for the children, for the youth. There you have the digital provisions, the games arcade. This is where men meet men and ladies, talk business, how to shape and reshape the society, and have some leisure even while you do that.
An APC chieftain in the state and former ambassador to Burundi, Chief Elijah Onyabwa, expressed satisfaction that President Tinubu is in the state to commission projects which he said show that there is a functional government in the state and that the president is a father of all, irrespective of political party affiliations. Sharing their experiences after touring the place, some students who were on ground to welcome the president, including Master Chimwanya Ukubile from Kenedike Memorial Secondary School, Oka, and Miss Esomchukwu Amarachukwu, thanked Governor Soludo for providing such projects.
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has commissioned the Emeka Anyaoku Institute for International Studies and Diplomacy, a project that recognizes the impact of the benefactor and a former Secretary General of the Commonwealth in the area of peace and diplomacy. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo now reports.
While commissioning the project, President Tinubu, who lauded the contributions of Emeka Anyaoku in the national democracy, unity, and progress, described him as a great Nigerian and called on other Nigerians to emulate him.
Amen.
Speaking to the ABS, the acting Vice Chancellor of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Professor Joseph Ikechebelu, on behalf of the university community, expressed happiness on the choice for the erection of the world-class institute in the institution and also the visit of the President, assuring the smooth running of the institute for the actualization of the primary aim, which is instilling of globally accepted peace and conflict resolution mechanisms in the prospective students.
The project to the university is to entrench the legacy of Emeka Anyaoku, his diplomatic survey and all that he has done in his career and in his life, as even the former Commonwealth Secretary General. So this institute is established to offer degree programs and certificate programs in the area of international relations, diplomacy, and peace and conflict resolution.
The Emeka Anyaoku Institute for International Studies and Diplomacy is established to offer degree and certificate programs in the area of international relations, diplomacy, peace, and conflicts resolution. From UNIZIC in Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, has attributed President Bola Tinubu's visit to the state to commission landmark projects to Governor Chukwuma Soludo's impactful administration, citing massive human and infrastructural developments as well as good governance as key attractions. Welcoming President Tinubu to Anambra on behalf of the state legislature, Right Honorable Udeze described the visit as unprecedented in view of the fact that this is the first time in the history of the state that a president is coming to the state to commission signature projects, including the new government house, Governor's Lodge, Solution Fund City, Anambra Country Home, as well as the presidential lodge built by the present Soludo administration, which have eluded successive governments after 26 years of creation of the state. The Speaker, who joyfully acknowledged the cordial working relationship that has continued to exist between President Tinubu and Governor Soludo despite political party differences, commended the President for the confidence he imposed in the governor by appointing him as a member of the presidential economic team and prayed for a sustenance of the relationship. He emphasized that commissioning of numerous projects done by Soludo administration in the 3 years that can keep President Tinubu in the state for more than 1 month, while mentioning massive road infrastructure, employment opportunities, improved healthcare system, transformed education system, youth empowerment, and improved security architecture, among others, as some of the achievements of Governor Soludo in the state. Still to come on the news tonight, Senate passes 2 tax bills, rejects 10% VAT. White smoke rises from Vatican as cardinals agree on Pope Francis' successor. The news continues shortly. Stay with us.
Knorr Cubes. Ọ bụ ya bụ ihe nzuzo eji ngwa nri na-edozi ahụ were mepụta dịka anụ ọkụkọ, basili, galik ma jupụtakwa na iron iji mee ka nri gị na-edozi ahụ ma dịkwa ezigbo ụtọ. Ọ bụ ya bụ eri amịcha aka. Nke ahụ bụ ọkaibe ka anyị tụbe ya ugo.
Gbanwee ụwa gị site n'ịgba
oral care brand in the world. For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mom, it's your turn to brush. Mama and Papa buy up, use up, and shine your smile. No more cover mouth. Because we forget that to do yoga with your smile.
Welcome back. And if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. The Senate has passed 2 of President Bola Tinubu's 4 proposed tax reform bills, marking a key milestone in the ongoing overhaul of Nigeria's tax administration system. The approved legislation includes the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. Their passage came a day after deliberations were postponed to allow lawmakers to address continuous provision within the bills. However, the Senate rejected a proposal to raise the value-added tax from 7.5% to 10%, opting to retain the current rate amid growing public concern over the rising cost of living. On the foreign scene, white smoke has risen after the Sistine Chapel, the signal that cardinals have chosen a new pope on the second day of the conclave. His identity and the name he will take as pontiff will be revealed soon. Cardinals took 2 days to select a new pontiff, matching the timeline from the previous 2 gatherings and suggesting that the leading cardinal quickly impressed his peers during the secretive process. The 133 cardinals whose voices reverberated inside the halls of the Sistine Chapel included progressive, conservatives, and self-styled unifier from 71 different nations, and the chosen cardinal will have navigated those contrasting camps to reach the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, where he will soon greet his faithful for the first time. In sport, Nigeria's Flying Eagles marked their 100th march in the 2025 Under-20 African Cup of Nations with a hard 4-2 draw against Kenya in Cairo to finish second in Group B and earn a spot in the quarterfinals. Despite 2 trailing in the contest, the 7-time champions were resilient to grab the vital point needed to advance. The encounter began in dramatic fashion as Kenya stunned Nigeria in the 6th minute, where Kelvin Ijuhu calmly converted from the penalty spot after Emmanuel Chukwu was penalized for a handball. The early goal momentarily unsettled the Flying Eagles, but they regained their rhythm and responded swiftly. But in the 13th minute, Parobo Arehi restored piety with a clinical finish from a close range after receiving a throw ball from Simeon Cletus. The first half remained finely balanced, with both teams fashioning chances. Adding Kibet was twice denied by Nigerian goalkeeper Nathaniel Wonsu, while Ezekiel Mangu saw his efforts saved at the other end in added time. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, President Tinubu has commissioned Solution Fund City Oka. Emeka Anyaoku Institute for International Studies and Diplomacy has been commissioned at UNIZIK Oka. Senate has passed 2 tax bills, rejected 10% VAT. While on the foreign scene, we told you white smoke has risen from Vatican as cardinals agreed on Pope Francis' successor. To end the news, let's take this special message again. Security is here to stay in Anambra State, in the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.